Hey everybody, clearing. All right, so I'm gonna do a divine masculine check-in, but let's see first off, what are the masculines working on? What do they wish they could crack the code of on this journey? We are getting healing. Oh, masculines, you sweeties. Okay, so the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So masculines are wanting to become more healthy and more whole. What would they say to you about this, feminines? I imagine you naked. So they physically want to be, emotionally want to be at a place where they can, you know, make love. I'm hearing stamina. I'm hearing like pleasure. They just want to be feeling at their best. What do you need to know about this, feminines? Yeah. Okay, so interesting. We do have this heartache card. This is all mindset. We've got the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. So there is this pause energy here that really is looking at the root of the heartache. There is this deep, deep healing. And I'm getting that the masculines are starting to feel the pull, the sensual pull, more and more towards divine feminine and out of any karmic or unbalanced connections from the past. Anytime the energy has been out of whack, they're understanding that this is a matter of healing, and that as they heal, you become more and more their preference. I'm going to get a little bit of advice for the feminines in this. What are the feminines meant to do or not at this time regarding the masculines needing this time for specifically healing? Four of Wands, just keep this union readiness, union consciousness in your energy field. Stay high vibe. Be, autonomous in your energy. Don't disintegrate. Keep your spiritual foundation. Keep this platform of security in your own energy. Stay, I want to say strong, but that's not necessarily the right energy. Just stay in your own knowing, your own stability. Okay, so let's see now. Let's do one from the feminines to the masculines. What are the feminines working on at this time? Honesty. The energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. So feminines, there's a lot of strategies about communication I hear floating around out there. When you're clear, transparent, honest, open, genuine, I don't think that the rules of I should, they should reach out apply. This is just about you being unapologetically you with kindness and tact, though. So there's I'm going to say it again, there's a vast difference between chasing, which is a fear-based motion, and being in your center and speaking from that place, acting from that place through kindness and tact. When there's fear involved, I think that's chasing. When there's not fear, when it's balanced, whole, healthy, that invites balanced, whole, healthy in response. What would the feminines say to the masculines? Ooh, I'm being drawn to the 23 on this card, and I heard by the end of this year, all of you watching this video, or the vast majority, is going to get this. You're never going to have these stigmas about who should reach out or who should communicate, or is it right if I communicate, if XYZ is on my heart? You're going to understand that it is this kindness and tact that governs when it's effective, when it's appropriate. So wrongful advice. Yeah, masculines, your feminine is understanding that they have had some wrongful advice with how to communicate. The 3D paradigms of dating, they've bought into some of that here. And the times that you have deeply needed them or desired them to speak honestly and they haven't, it's because they didn't get it straight. They're learning on this journey too, masculines. What do the masculines need to know about the feminines? That they are learning how to be whole, sovereign, and that they are paying attention to this energy under the surface of what seems to be playing out in your dynamic and learning so much of that intuitive guidance about connection, about energy. Okay, let's see. What are the divine masculines up to? What are they thinking, feeling, wishing, doing, challenged by, solving, and where are things going in the near future? Thank you, Divine Creator. What is it we can see for where the masculines are consciously at in the material realm? What is the energetic layer doing? So where the masculines may or may not be conscious, what do the divine feminines need to know about the things that we can see? And what is this doing for the intimate connection right now? I keep hesitating to use these erotic tarot because the guidebook message is so different from regular, but I'm being told it'll be okay. It's just a lot of reading. But let's see. Okay, so conscious mind, masculines. Where are they at about the journey consciously? Oh, love. Eek. So they're aware of the love. I just heard for some, they just woke up to the fact that this is real love. Like my angel wings are tingling right now. Like I'm getting some flutters in my spine. I love that. Don't get me wrong, but that is exciting. It rarely happens that I get that. So the masculines have had this aha moment about something here. They're like, that's got to be love. That must be love. Like when I look at it that way, it must be love. It's like they're a little bit mystified that they're just coming to the understanding of how love is really being expressed in this connection. They're seeing something through different eyes. And now in the energetic realms that they may not be aware of is portals, possibilities, and options. Dimensional planes of perception number 2. And there's no coincidence that this is a 2 card and this is a 2 card. So they're seeing your side of something right now, and it's opening up all these different ways of looking at your intentions, your motives, their worthiness. Good stuff. Okay, what do the feminines need to know about this? Yeah, the masculines have seen a truth, the King of Swords. So this has really illuminated. What am I being drawn to? So as you can see, there's this falcon in the card that we just got for the feminine, and look, there's this falcon here in this card as well. So there's an energetic clarity as you level up and come out of codependency, feminines. Your masculine is seeing the love. So there's something that you're communicating honestly on some level here, feminines, that's really potent and getting through. It's actually getting through. You know, you are manifesting your reality, feminines, and most people who watch my channel are feminines. I do have like 13% usually masculines, which is awesome, but still the majority is feminine here, typically. And so, yeah, you are really moving your manifestations along, feminines, and it's getting through to your masculines. Like they are seeing that it must be love. How is this affecting the intimate connection? 5 of Candles. Okay. It says, play fighting, competing for dominance, testing each other's limits. You could make something out of this. Okay, so there's something here I'm getting, you know how we're just talking about so much about the communication, and sometimes that can come off as a masculine trait to be initiating communication or to be communicating. The feminine can mistakenly think that that's too masculine or a competition for dominance here. But when it's coming from your heart, feminines, that intuitive aspect of it, that's not the same. If you are trying to tell your masculine what to do, or you're coming from a place that says the love isn't there and you're in a manic sort of running with that, then that's a bit competitive. That's butting heads in a way instead of sinking into the love. But there's something here where you're independently thinking, feminines, and you may or may not have communicated, but there's this in the energy where you're not so bothered anymore about 1111, about communication, and there's something that's slipped, something that has demonstrated your authenticity, and it's not coming off as competition or a clash of ego. And the masculines are seeing that now. So maybe in the past they thought that a particular way you were being was a bit much, but now they're changing their tune, I'm hearing. And I believe that's because you're owning the honesty of how you feel on your heart instead of guessing how they feel. You're sinking into how you feel. It's really affecting the energy, feminines. What are the masculines conscious of regarding you? Yeah, that this is sinking in, that they're seeing this healing coming in, this emotional healing. They think that they are interpreting this connection, starting to interpret it differently, but you are also putting out a different vibe. What do they maybe not see in the energetic realms? The heart is awake, love, innocence, and reverence. So they're actually seeing these connections through fresh eyes now. Because they're healing, because you're healing, it's all coming in. What do the feminines need to see? Justice. This is when a relationship is justified to come in, is when two people are seeing through that loving lens, not the fear lens. What can we see for the card? Four of Feathers. So that's the same card here, the Four of Swords. So that can mean this integration. Well, let's see what this guidebook says. Okay, a claim staked successfully. Take some time to rest, recuperate, and reflect. Then you can work out a more relaxed and generous angle. So yeah, there's justice coming in. So it's like there's some breathing room here in the connections because the love has been established. And now there's not so much testing or proving or jostling for dominance here. It's just, it is what it is kind of energy. A claim has been staked. There is some ownership of the love from both sides here. What are the masculines? So not ownership of each other, ownership of the love. What can we see for the masculine's heart space about the connections? The star. This is a shining star. This is such a cosmic badge of honor that the masculines are waking up to, that they've got this cosmic love going on. Like they are truly feeling the love right now. Communion, contemplation, and higher mind. Temple of meditation. There's a 69 here. I always giggle like, you know, it's just hee. Anyways, so there is some communication on a cosmic level here. On the heart space, there's this communion, this feeling. Now I'm getting those heart-opening feelings. The masculines are seeing. I'm getting that some may have looked at stars last night and wished on a star or just felt how small humans are and yet how big this love is. And it's a marvelous thing to behold. I just heard. What do the feminines need to know? Oh, the moon and the stars. I love you to the moon and back. So there is this kind of nightscape energy here where there's this up and above it all. Or, you know, those falcons, there's this multidimensionality coming in where we've got this just the two of us sort of energetic knowing that you couldn't really explain to others unless you went through it yourself or you're experiencing it yourself. Okay, Seven of Feathers. This is typically a card of secrecy, the down low, private information, that kind of a thing. But I'm getting in this sense that it really is speaking of you just couldn't tell anybody who's not going through it what this feels like when two people commune on this level. So there is a shared acknowledgement of this. The masculines are acknowledging this sacred layer to themselves. The thrill of a secret, a hidden kink, poor effort, insufficient preparation, failure to follow through, need for strategic planning. So because this awareness, this secret realm here is dawning on everybody more and more, especially the masculines, there is a need for strategy to access more of it. But the masculines also don't want to jinx it or ruin a good thing, I just heard. So yeah, they're wishing on the star as to how they can have more of this energy without it losing its magic. What can we see for the heart space for you? Yeah, they want to bring this into the public eye. They want this love to be handled with care and not tainted coming forward. There are admittedly differences, variables, circumstances in each twin connection, each divine connection that is different than the typical. It's a something typically that would demand there be real love here for it to work, right? And so the masculines want to respect that, and yet they also want to shout it from the rooftops that this love is real. What is happening in the energetic realms? Well, unification, union, clarity, knowledge, channeling